This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Bahamas Union of Teachers commending the Ministry of Education for its recent decision to implement a national diploma program throughout the high school system in the country. Union officials say they agree that this diploma will enhance standards at the high schools level. Megan Shepard has the story.
Vice President for the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Quinton LaRota, commending the Ministry of Education for realizing the need within the education system and taking steps to address that need.
Namely, the credibility of a high school diploma, standardizing across the board, the low graduation rate, and a cultural change. This requirement for attendance and punctuality, I think, will yield some fruit in terms of putting in the mindset of the Bahamian people the importance of these things and creating a certain mindset that school is important that will lend to the workforce being important.
LaRota adds that while the BGCSE is a national examination, these exams are not necessary for graduation, as these exams are separate and apart from the National Diploma Program. Nonetheless, he is still encouraging students to take the BGC exams. He says what's unique about the diploma program is the fact that it is fashioned to meet the student's interest and intended career.
But there's a pathway for those individuals who are being prepared for the workforce and being prepared for apprenticeship or training in vocational areas, and that's what I like about it too. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It tries to meet the needs of the students as well as the needs of the employers and society as a whole. It is saying that we are preparing a group of students that when they come out of school, they're prepared for college, for the workforce, or for some vocational training, and the students then have more choice in what they want to do and picking a career or an area that's more in tune with what their ambitions are.
LaRota says while he does accept that the program will have some hitches as it is now in the trial process, he is confident that it will meet its objective of raising the standard of education as well as the percentage of students that graduate from high school.
Anytime you create a situation where kids have more of an input in what they want to learn, the chances of those kids being successful increases. Also, that you have to attend so much of the classes to acquire these credits and so forth. This credit system, I also think, would help. But what we have to look at really is implementing this means that the society has to take education more seriously. Those of us who are parents, we have to take it more seriously. That attitude will pass on to our children. And hopefully in a few years, that'll help to change the culture.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, investigations are continuing into that structural fire over in Abaco that has left 104 residents of the Haitian community of the Sandbanks and Treasure Key displaced. The fire erupted early yesterday morning and destroyed some 60 structures. 104 adults, 36 children, and 7 infants were displaced as a result of that blaze. The Deputy Prime Minister led a contingent to Abaco today to survey the damage in that shanty town. Details will come in the national report at 7 p.m. And the Prime Minister in the nation's second city this past weekend to pay last respect to a man for his involvement in the political, sports, and corporate circles. Joan Davis-Roll has this story.
The nation's leader, the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, traveled to Grand Bahama to join hundreds at Calvary Temple Assemblies of God Church on Saturday to bid farewell to the late Bruce Ulysses Russell. It was an occasion which transcended the political divide, as members of both the government and the official opposition were among those paying their final respects. Tribute after tribute was given to a man they say personified greatness. For those who reflected, it was not an average home-going service, but a celebration, a grand celebration of Bruce Russell's life.
After I tweak my tribute, I had at the headline, discipline, patriotism, fatherhood, and integrity. Now, this ain't no Google business, this me. And I would like to say to the children, Bruce Jr. and Shane and Brian, Brittany, you got some big shoes to fill.
I had suffered Crohn's disease for almost 8 years. And I was ready to give up. Because it just cost too much. And I know that my parents had spent their last on me. And I just felt like I can't do it anymore. And he said, stop talking foolishness. You go to church. You know God. Believe in Him. Well, I tell you, 6 years ago, I had a surgery and the disease is gone. No more medicine. No more pain. No more suffering. And it was my Father who brought me through that.
Then there were others who recalled the life of the outstanding Bahamian via video montage.
He's gone, but his legacy will always live by the things that he did. Not only basketball, football, and everything else, and he was always happy.
The former banker, gaming board executive, tourism executive, legendary athlete and Progressive Liberal Party stalwart councillor was remembered by the nation's leader as an exemplary Bahamian.
Dick was a decent man. Decency is a quality that not everyone has. Dick was loyal to what he believed in. And he never sought personal reward for what he gave.
The late Bruce Russell, known for his athletic prowess, was also named after former football great Dick Brown, a man who many say has left an indelible mark, a mark which the Prime Minister believes should be remembered in a significant way.
I have the privilege of representing the people of this country, and I would wish to recognize in this part of our Commonwealth today that we are putting to the earth a man who's given much to many and whose memory deserves to be lifted up, whether in athletics or sports or whether just in his human existence on this earth, but lifted up so others could hear the story of a man who is worthy of emulation. May he rest in peace.
Rolle, 7S Network News.
Stay with us. The Bombers tonight. The Northern Edition continues right after this.